I want to thank you for subscribing to My Two Good Hands. Don't forget below there's links to Amazon to buy stuff. Even if you go on there and use that link and you buy something, once you enter on that link, the channel does get a very small commission that costs you nothing, and I appreciate your support for the channel. So here we are. Next step of our process is to cut out these openings. We're going to use this jigsaw, but here's the issue. When the blade's all the way down, it's going to hit the far side. So we've got to make our blade shorter, and we're going to take our grinder and cut off the blade a little bit. If it hits the other side, it'll bend up the blade on us. So we're just going to come in here and cut off part of the blade. You can see what we've got there. Take this, turn it on, and come in here and cut off part of the blade. There you go. Now our blade will not hit the other side, so we can get to work. Up here we notice that the green line is slightly inside or outside of this pipe. It's a little bit inside. So we never want to cut the green. We know that. So we're going to get ready to go here. Some gloves on, got some earring protection here. So here we go. There we go. Piece fell out. And you can see we barely gonna fit in there. So a little bit of trimming will be nice and tight. Then we can trim that with a saw. If not, we'll have to hit it with a grinder. Yep, there we go. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do all 4 of these. But that's how we did it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So here's the hole we made all the way through. And then this slides into here like this. So you get an idea what we'll be able to do. We'll be able to weld this fully here. This will be straightened up, squared up, obviously, but we got a good clearance hole. We'll have to clean that before we weld, but there you go. That's our plan on that joint. So welcome back to My Two Good Hands. We've got our piece up here. Why is it in the vise, you might ask? Well, we're going to make a radius on here because what we're going to do is we're going to take the cross piece like this, cut a piece out of it, and then wrap this down when we weld it. So we got a nice radius on the outside. So to do that, the first thing we have to remember is these are, I believe, 1-inch pipe. So yeah, these are 1 inch. So 1 inch and 1 inch, all right, if we put them together here, you want to put a radius on there. That's a 2 inch, but you also have a wall here, and this wall is 1/8 of an inch. So a 2 inch, that's a 1 inch radius, or a 2 inches, you want a radius on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out some tools and find out where our radius is that comes to here. That actually looks to be the right one. Let's see mathematically if that makes sense. It's 1 5/8. So 1 5/8 is 5/16 and a 1/2 inch. So 5/16 and a 1/2 inch, that'd be 8/16, 8 and 5, 13/16 radius. Does that make sense? Because 7/8 radius would work. So that's probably pretty close. We're going to keep that one aside. Let's see what else we've got. We can get closer. 1 3/8. So what we can do is we can put the other piece up on here like this and see what that looks like if that is not right. And this is pretty good. So we'd be like this on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this pipe off a little bit with a rag. And then let me get a rag.
We'll clean that off with a rag. Get out our marker. And it looks like we are going to use the, what did we say? This one is too small, yeah. And we're going to use this one. And we know the other one's going to sit inside of here. So we want this to be flush with the top and down just a little bit. And we're going to leave it right flush with the top. And we're going to come in just enough. Once we got that drawn on there, the other thing we need to do now is we need to make a straight line across the other side. So what we're going to do, we'll move this up so we can work on it. So we got our part there. And we need to come here because we need to cut all of this out right to here. So down the radius, and then we need to cut out. So we got to cut out right at about there. Our marker's dying. I get a new one. Now there's where we're going to cut. And we're going to come all the way through the thickness there. And we're going to come up this way on both sides. We'll draw that radius on the other side too. We'll do that by turning it around. We got to look, see where the radius is. And like I said, the first thing we're going to do is cut down this way and in that way and take this square off of there. So let's get set up to do that and keep our tool out. Oh, we used the wrong radius on there, didn't we? It doesn't really matter. So let's put our bits away.
Okay, we're back. So what we're going to do is come right down the edge here and cut this so we can remove that piece of metal. So, cut our chunk off. The chunk is trash. Let's take a look, show you what we got. So at this point, that's what we have. Now we're going to cut these radiuses. So we're just going to put this back in the vise and get out our grinder and grind those in. Okay, so we're all geared up and we're going to put a radius on here. We've already got our cut there. Good. So there you go. You can see what we've got there. So the other piece will go up against here and wrap down. We'll show you how we set that up. But for now, we're going to go make another one of these because we need two. Our next step now, we've got this nice and rounded. We know we're going to put this welded against here. So we've got to figure out how long this is to know how far to measure down this before we cut it and cut it out and make it a leg. So let's look at some ways we could do that. We've got to measure this radius. Now there's a couple ways to do it. One would be with a piece of paper. We're just going to take a tape measure like this. We'll put the 7 by the end. We'll come down here and we'll see we've got about 1 3/8 inches. So that means this other part we're going to cut down 1 3/8 inches and make that work. So let's switch this one out and put that one up, start laying it out. Because we want to give ourselves a little bit extra. That was nice. So what we're going to do is come up here and give ourselves a little bit extra. We said 3/8. We're going to make about 7/16 is where we'll put the line. We'll cut right on the line. There we go. We can come in here. We can do this. And now this is the inside side, all right? So come across here. That's the inside. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this down all the way, and then we're going to cut this so we'll have a blade here to wrap around the outside. So here, down, and then here and here. We'll stand that up in the vise after we cut this piece. So we're going to give this a cut first, then we're going to go and do the other cut. It's from before. We need 39 and 3/16 between this cut and the next one. So we're going to do that, lay it out there, cut that, and we'll measure over again. We'll cut it off, and then we'll do the same thing on the other end. Then we can press them on there and bend them around. So let's get her cutting. I don't know what we're going to do with the little piece, but keep it for now. Well, there we go. Our next phase is to grind this off smooth. So we're going to get on that and move you out of the way. Well, there you go. You can see what we've got on there. Again, we'll be putting this like this, and we'll be welding this up, tacking it up on the vehicle, and then we'll be bending this around. You can see we've got plenty. Maybe we got a little extra, but that's okay. I'd rather have a little extra we can grind off than not have enough. So we're going to go do the other side of this, and we'll bring you back when we're at the next step. Next step is fit a bunch of stuff on the RV so that we can figure out where to drill our holes on our vertical parts. So here we are. We got some of the mock-up done here. You can see how we've got that. This is hanging out down below because we're going to make a rack to remove it so you don't have to lift the weight. You can see how we've got these ready to form. But we're going to need to get some holes in here for these pieces here. We built some wood racks. We're going to get one of those mocked up on this side and see what that looks like. But you can see what we're looking like here. Not bad. Got some decent room between the grill there. We'll surely be able to get the hood open, and we can close the hood here in a second. So here we are mocking up the other part. See, we put a level. We got the top one's pretty level at this point. It's pretty level there, and pretty level on that one. This one might be tipped a little. Yeah, this one's tipped a little bit, but that's okay. We can straighten that up when we twist it in there. The bottom one, on the other hand, is high, but this is because our our bends aren't perfect. But there's some spring in it, so we'll be able to do it. So our next step is to mark this pipe, this tube here, at the height that we want the center line of this tube to be. So we're going to use our level and make 2 lines. Once we know that one, we can calculate the other one to make it all level by measuring over here and then go transferring to over here. And then the other one we're just going to make to match. So beautiful. So there you go. We're going to set up and do some drilling next. But we got the wrong hole saw, so we have to go to the store. We'll pick this video up later in the week. But let's get this marked and get the mock-up down. So there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe to My Two Good Hands. Next video, we're going to do the drilling off camera because you've seen the drilling. If you go to the earlier things, you can see where we did the hole saw. We're just going to put it all the way through that 1-inch rectangle tube because we're also going to have bars across here. They go all the way across, and then we got a middle bar. We'll fit and weld the middle bar after the rest is all welded up. But don't forget to like and subscribe, post notifications on. Next video, welding it up. Catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching a My Two Good Hands video. Don't forget to like and support the channel. Use the Amazon links below. Once you enter Amazon on that link, anything you buy, even if it's not that link, the channel does get a small commission that helps support more videos like this. So again, I thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Gets the channel going, and you'll see more videos soon. Thank you.